Here's a clip from my interview with two tennis historians. I still haven't had an answer for Kenny. What would you change in the rules?
I like the idea of no tiebreakers in the fifth set.
Okay.
I really like the balance of the whatever 1 year that they had the rule of 13-12 Wimbledon final the year they played tiebreaker at 12-all in the fifth set.
I thought they called it the Isner rule.
Did they? Okay. Well, I like that.
Because Isner had the two matches with...
That makes sense.
Well, I like that scoring system, and I first heard this from announcer Darren Cahill said it when they decided to do that, but it's like in soccer where they don't go straight to the penalty kicks. They have a 30-minute overtime or whatever they call it, and then have penalty kicks. So that extra certain number of games where you have a chance to win, and then if it's still going 12-all, maybe then there has to be something.
At the very least, they could do that for finals.
Yeah, I wish they had it. Somebody made a video, best 10 matches from 1927 to 1967.
Oh.
And some of them were 4-set matches, but all the sets were extended, like 11-9, 11-9, 8-6.
I remember us looking at Billy Higgins. So Billy Higgins was a guy who used to, he was like 84 years old at the time, but he used to like go to WP Jones Park and hit with everyone, with whoever he could hit with all the time. And he was older, but any ball that goes to him, he would get back. I know you hit with him a few times, but we looked up his record, and he had a lot of those matches where it would be like 11-9. 8-6, stuff like that, like throughout the things.
Yeah, I mean, when we were looking that up right before we saw that, I saw in 1926, it didn't quite fit the criteria because it was 1 year early.
Oh.
Bill Tilden won 8 consecutive Grand Slam titles, but not consecutive that were played, but that he played.
Uh-huh. He
won 8 in a row, which is the record, and then he lost in the quarterfinals of the next slam he played. He lost the first set like 16-18, and then he lost 8-6 in the fifth.
That's
so amazing. It's like the greatest match nobody's ever heard of.
Wow.
It's Henri Cochet.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I know you don't have an answer other than the same one that Anthony gave.
Yeah, I like both the things Anthony said. I like the
I think the one that
too.
I'm going to say is something you're going to agree with and would have been your answer had you thought of it.
Okay.
People don't get to take timeouts.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. The reason I think let's be better not to have, it's not really for professional matches that have a machine calling, but just in a 99% of matches people play, there's no machine calling it, and anybody can always, or they may even think they actually did hear a let. It's just impossible to tell. So.
Or you could hear a let on the other court.
So if you just don't have the let rule, then it'd be something you didn't have to think about. There couldn't be. What did you just say?
I said, like, people, let's say someone has an injury.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know you've talked about this before.
Why, especially for a very long time, they had the rule that for injuries caused by conditioning, like cramps, you didn't get a break. But there was a match in the U.S. Open. Shuzo Matsuoka from Japan was lying on the court, looking like he could die or something, and nobody was allowed to go, and it just gave such a bad look to it that I think they had to change. But I really do think that it's not fair to the other players.